talk about pollution. I'm studying economy at the University of Los Andes. I'm a specialist in environmental economics. For that reason, I want you to know what is the big problem behind this situation, and for that reason I'm going to introduce a video. This is a Beijing city. You can see this is a most density city around the world, and that you can see there is a lot of smoke, and that changes the air quality. For that reason, it's one of the biggest problems now in our days. Pollution is one of the biggest disease global problem on account of the people who use their car in a selfish way. That means that since 1950 around the world this problem began. Why? Because the people, in order to solve another problem that is transporting problem, needs to one kind of cars that can transport them in one part to another. Since that age, the people have the economic possibility to buy it and use his car. Since that years, over the years, the people began to use more his cars and make more kilometers per year. That means that the people who use this car needs fuel. This fuel, the car uses for changes use this fuel in order to get power for his work. And the car changes fuel in carbon dioxide. The carbon dioxide is not only produced by cars. There are also many others that produce it, like factories, planes, boats. But today we are main focus on the pollution that is produced by the cars. Why pollution make some problem? Because the pollution is one of the most responsibility for the people get disease like a chronic pulmonary disease, lung cancer, and many other breathing problems. That means that the people who live in the city use this car and produce externality for the other people who live in the city. They are also produce externality for himself. For that reason, based on the neoclassic economic said that the people who produce externality have to pay these disadvantages. For that reason, these externalities make disease, and the people who use this car and produce pollution needs to pay. Now we are main focus on the pollution in Bogota. Bogota doesn't have the problem that have Beijing, but it's going to, in the future, we will have the possibility to have this problem. For that reason, we are going to explain, to show you in these pictures that this was taken after the first day without cars in Bogota. That's the support my idea that here in Bogota the pollution are most produced by cars. It doesn't mean that the previous picture showed that it wasn't smoke there, but it's more a few particulars of that. And in this picture, we are going to show you the big problem lies behind the use these cars. The people nowadays needs this power. What power? The old power that everybody can have this normal daily life. For that reason, I propose to build a law in order to reduce the taxes for the electric car. Why? Because the electric car doesn't produce this pollution, and for that reason, we can change the market that the consumer have. The consumer have another more friendship cars that for the environmental. For that reason, I propose to make decrease the taxes that import and IVA. That means that the actual price can get lowered in 40%. That means that these cars that are expensive now in the future can be more have a better price. Is that the future for that we can do change the environmental for the next generation? Thank you for your time.
I'll make your next one.
Do you have questions?
Yes, they do. Many questions. Thank you. Remember, if you need clarification about something he said, you can also ask about that. You guys think your solution was, can you repeat your solution?
Yes. I propose a law in order to promote electric cars. That means that the consumer have another possibility. And this car nowadays is very expensive. For that reason, I propose to increase the taxes in order to change the competitive price.
Okay, what do you guys think about that? Those of you who are economists especially. Would you change your behavior based on this incentive?
Maybe it would be better if you reduce the price of the taxes of the electric cars instead of increasing the taxes for, I don't know, the other cars.
No, it's two different laws. Yes, you can't. In order to support my idea, I explained that the people who make externality have to pay, but now these people hasn't. For that reason, I propose another thing. The idea that neoclassic economics said that the idea is not prohibited, it's give another possibility in order to change the human behaviors. For that reason, nowadays, these cars are have more technology than the others, but these cars have high price than the others. For that reason, in order to make more competitive the markets, I propose to get down the taxes for the electric cars. The others I doesn't said anything about change his law for the other cars.
For example, I read an article about the government buy a lot of taxis, electrical taxis, and are in parking and nobody use them. But if, for example, if nobody start to use that kind of things, how the people are gonna start to believe in these kind of solutions if the government don't use the things that they have before.
Yes, there are, I can,
Uh,
I can show two different problems in that just you are said. One is the political system in many reasons doesn't work well. Most of the time, the law is very wonderful, but in order to make it work, doesn't for so many reasons. But it's not. I don't know why the government doesn't use this card, but I can say that the another reason that the people doesn't make believe in this card are they doesn't give enough power for his work, but it was a few years ago. Now the electrical cars are more powerful and have a better qualities than the other car, but the price is higher, as I said. I can show you one of the amazing cars that is Tesla. Is the better electric car now, and it's only cost $30,000. If you think a car is very expensive, but it's a car that doesn't produce any smoke, provide new power for the next generation in order to doesn't produce smoke.